Okay. I feel like this is a very important video to make. I think I've figured out what's going on this planet. Well, it's not my original idea. It's more of me coming to realize what's going on after consuming all this information about UFOs and aliens and the Bible and everything else, my whole life experience. I think I've finally found it. Found what I've been looking for all my life, namely the meaning of life, why we are here, what's going on. God. I was watching the videos in this playlist. I'll link the playlist here. And I would encourage people to watch the videos in this playlist. But if you don't have time, I would especially these videos, the last two videos, we're talking about Lucifer, psychic super soldier attacks, and the NW war on the awakening starseeds. Now, if you're not familiar with this area, all of this might sound kind of, what are these? It might not make sense to you, but if you start doing your research, like, it may take time. It may finally make sense. I think the idea that we are living in a consciousness, was it like our consciousness? No, the consciousness of human and other of humans and others incarnated into these DNA bodies on planet Earth is being suppressed and contained into a primarily 5 sense dimension. Though we do have a 6th sense, our psyche, they cannot wholly suppress our psyche dimension, but they are suppressing it, which means our telepathic abilities are severely diminished. We don't have any recollection, past lives, and as mentioned in the videos listed, our connection to Source God is severely limited. And all the stories in the Bible about fallen angels, hybrids, the gods in Egypt. One thing that really got to me was when they were talking about Egypt. One of the gods is presented as an eye, like a luminous eye. If you check the Rendlesham Forest UFO incident, you will find that when the military personnel observed the UFO in the forest, it was described as an eye. There is your connection, to this Egyptian god. We're dealing with interdimensional entities, angels, aliens, whatever you want to call them. Maybe some of them have physical forms, and they can. Anyway, this is what's going on here. Our consciousness is being trapped. We're in some kind of a simulation. There might be levels of simulations where spirits and all these other entities might exist in a different level. Anyway, you should watch the video. I think this is what's going on. I think the Bible is talking about a real thing here, and I believe I was targeted by the US military or some government or cabal agency after I started investigating the UFO phenomenon. I had that strange experience where I felt someone was trying to grab me while I was asleep. This is a very unusual thing. I still remember it to this day. It was so unusual. And I think you guys have to get this. There are humans on this planet who have the ability to conduct psychic attacks, psionics. The UFOs are piloted using consciousness, psionics. Some humans have more of this ability, but the aliens, these interdimensional entities, their psyche is not as suppressed. Anyway, I also ordered this book because I think this book was mentioned. I think this book is important. It's about anyway. It's about targeted. It's called Targeted Individuals, Project Paperclip, and the Alien Agenda. My experience and observations. It's by T.I. Paladin. Anyway, yeah, how do I shoot? So, anyway, here's the ISBN 10. Yeah, because I think this book, I think this is what they were talking about. Here's a comment someone left. Someone left a comment on Amazon. The author sums up, I'm going to read it. The author sums up near the book's end, quote, "This world is not what it seems. The craziest conspiracy theories now sound very sane and reasonable to me. Ancient gods, fallen angels, aliens, demons, they are all real and they influence this world far more than you would assume. Pray and stay focused." Anyway, so the main thing idea I want people to take away is that psychic phenomena are real, and we are being manipulated. We are being manipulated on this psychic consciousness level by advanced interdimensional entities, or aliens, if you want to call them that. They have been doing this to us for eons, millennia. Our ancestors may have, I think this was before the fall. I think there was may have more psychic abilities, and the idea of cataclysms, resets on this planet. Think of the flood is something used by these other entities to anyway, you should see the video. They talk about this idea of a cataclysm and the reset, and how it's like a way of entrapping souls. I don't know, it's about engineering life experiences. I think if you go down this road, you're going to get closer to the truths about what's going on this planet. I would encourage people to take this idea of this psychic stuff seriously. I think the controllers have conditioned people into thinking the psychic stuff is just nonsense, but that is where the national security state, knows this is real. Anyway, is real, but they don't want you to take it real and know it is real, because if you can read people's minds, then they can't have any secrets, and it is through secrets that they control us. When we, as mentioned in the videos listed, in our natural state, we should have telepathic abilities. We should be able to read people's minds. They cannot have any secrets, and then we should have connection to God, to Source, and that's how you have freedom. But on this prison planet, they've suppressed our consciousness, and mind wiped us out. Probably every time the simulation, this prevents us from. This allows them to have secrets, and through the secrecy and the compartmentalization, they can control us. You see, so that's why the government doesn't want you to delve in this. The government wants you to think this is nonsense, because if you develop your telepathic abilities, you become a threat to them, right? I think that was mentioned in the Y files about remote viewing. This is stuff I'll say. Psychic phenomena are real, and these UFOs, these aliens, these beings are coming from another dimension of reality that exists right here with us. Maybe some of them come from other planets. Maybe there's a portals and stuff they come through. I don't know, but and all the ancient gods in Egypt, and in Sumeria, and these aliens, these beings that have been controlling humanity. They may have created us. They may have manipulated us. They're not like good. they're not good guys. That's what I'll say. But maybe there are like, we have allies, and then it might not be entirely black and white. It might be a complicated thing going on here. Anyway, I would encourage you guys to watch the video, especially I'm still watching the last video, but I feel like I had to make this video. I think this is what's going on here. Throughout my life, I've always been drawn towards the Bible, and you know how many Bibles I've bought? I've bought so many Bibles. It's like the universe is trying to tell me, read the Bible. That's where you'll find the answers you're looking for. The clues to what's going on this planet, and the Bible is recording all of this interactions between humans and these beings. The Elohim, the Elohim and the reptilians. There's a snake in the garden. I've bought so many Bibles throughout my life, and I've always been drawn towards religion, Christianity. Why? It's like the universe was trying to tell me, hey, look at this. This is where you're gonna find some answers. And then when you bring in the UFO stuff, and it's all part of the same thing.